Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. My name is Aiman Fatihah binti Mazhan Rizal, a third-year student of English Language Studies. My supervisor is Dr. Normalis Amzah, and my topic presentation is the analysis of face theory based on the 5 basic emotions from the movie Inside Out. Let's start with introduction, the background of the study. Communication plays a vital role in our life and cannot be separated from politeness because it is related to the choice of words and behavior of people in their daily conversation, said by Redman 2015. Taktarova 2015 stated that politeness in communication reflects a person's morality, which includes the foundational understanding of communication as well as the expectations of others. Partially, politeness theory is based on the ground that there are two types of faces consists of positive phase and negative phase. There are three elements in the statement of the problem. Ideally, people will try to be polite to maintain their image using utterances while communicating with others in order to make the communication run well, or just refusing the request politely so that others will not be hurt by it, said by Pratigno 2016. However, in reality, there are some situations where communicative behaviors are not subject to politeness prescriptions only, and some situations in which behaviors might be viewed as impolite, said by Culpepper 2011, such as by making a sarcastic comments or inside jokes with strangers, laughing at someone's opinion, being distracted by phone during conversation, and many more. Consequently, it is beneficial to practice and employ politeness in order to have a smooth communication, said by Watts 2003. This study aims to identify the positive and negative phases based on the 5 basic emotions: joy, sadness, fear, anger, and disgust, shown by the main character from the movie Inside Out. The significance of the study is the researcher decided to focus on politeness theory, specifically the positive and negative phases, because it is an important aspect of communication. It concerns with the study of how human beings use language in various contexts while interacting with the people around them. The selected movie to be analyzed is one of the materials that accurately illustrates the emotions of human beings. The basic emotions involved are joy, sadness, anger, fear, and disgust, based on Aiman's 1972 theory of emotions. Let's move on to literature review, the body of knowledge. Taktarova 2015 stated that politeness in communication reflects a person's communicative conscience, which includes the foundational understanding of communication as well as the norms and expectations of others. According to Watts 2003, politeness is the act of regularly recognizing or demonstrating awareness of another person's face during a conversation. Let's know about the body of knowledge of the movie. The movie Inside Out is an American animated comedy film attempted to address the aspect of human consciousness by describing and represent the mind of an 11-year-old girl with her 5 personified emotions: anger, joy, sadness, disgust, and fear. The emotion which is in possession influences her thoughts, words, and actions. Core memories introduced, where the good and bad memories formed by the intense emotion they have associated to the event or experience. The golden balls reflect Riley's enjoyable core memories. The storyline of this film revolves around their adventures in an attempt to restore normalcy. In politeness theory, Brown and Lewis in 1978 defined politeness as one's ability to communicate in the most respectful manner, which is necessary to avoid confrontations with others. Culpepper 2011 believed politeness encompasses concepts such as good manners, social courtesy, common sense, and minding your this and that. In face theory, according to Brown and Levison, face is an emotionally involved component that could be disposed, preserved, or improved. Therefore, it has to be constantly attended in socialization. Brown and Lewis in 1987 also classified face into two. The first one is positive face as the desire of individuals to be appreciated, liked, and approved by the society or people around them. Meanwhile, negative face as the desire of a competent member of a society to be able to act without interferences or otherwise put upon from others. In basic emotions theory, Aiman 1984 stated that emotions are a process or a type of innate judgment affected by our developmental and personal history in which we perceive that something is significant to our well-being is happening. Aiman 1972 proposed 7 basic emotions: fear, anger, joy, sad, contempt, disgust, and surprise. But over time, he changed to 6 basic emotions: joy, sadness, fear, anger, disgust, and surprise. However, in this study, we will only focus on 5 basic emotions from Aiman, which is joy, sadness, fear, anger, and disgust. Review of past studies. Shaputra 2019 in his paper focuses on the management phase in the conversation. In the Cruz movie, found positive phase can be seen with the avoidance of dispute, attending to one's request using polite words, and resuming another's desires, while showing skepticism, disagreeing one another, imposing from others, and using conflict to reform oneself are the negative phase that can be found in the study. said Yawati and Rahayu 2020, in their study about the analysis of politeness in Harry Potter Chapter 1 movie found that the main character used face-saving acts that fear with their people's positive face. They inclined to keep the peace and pleasing situation in his conversation with anyone that he met. Meanwhile, his uncle, auntie, and cousin demonstrated that they are the antagonists in the film by frequently using negative face when communicating and interacting with Harry. Carroll and Russell, 1997, in their research of facial expression in Hollywood's portrayal of emotion based on facial effect programs theory by Aiman 1972, found that 97% of the professional actors are assessed to be joyful, which is smiling, yet they rarely display the emotions surprise, afraid, anger, disgusted, or sad. Move on to research methodology. The research design of this study is a descriptive method with qualitative approach. For the data study, the Inside Out movie's main character is the subject of this research. The main character's utterances of positive and negative faces based on Brown and Levinson's 1987 face theory will be taken as the data. For the analysis, it will be based on the script and by watching the film. The researcher will observe main character utterances and identify in order to determine which utterances apply a specific face theory.
Left us. Oh, he doesn't love us anymore. That's sad. I should drive, right? Joy, what are you doing?
Just give me 1 second. You know what I realized? Riley hasn't had lunch. Remember? Hey, I saw a pizza place down the street. Maybe we could try that. Pizza sounds delicious.
Pizza?
Yes, pizza.
Riley showcased a positive face in this situation because of a joy command of it as. The same can be said through Mom's utterances who agree to the suggestion made by Riley have succeeded in maintaining Riley's positive face. Riley has a desire to be liked and approved by her mom.
Do you like it there? Did you feel any earthquakes? Is the bridge cool? Yeah, it's good. What happened with the playoffs? We won the first game. Coach says we might actually go to the finals this year. Oh, and we've got this new girl on the team. She's so cool. She did not just say that.
A new girl? Meg has a new friend already?
Hey, stay happy. We do not want to lose any more islands here, guys. We can pass the puck to each other without even looking. It's like mind reading.
You like to read minds, Meg? I got something for you to read right here.
Let's just be calm for 1 second. Hear the affairs? I gotta go. What? I gotta go.
It can be seen that Riley is consumed by the feeling of irritation as she heard her friend Meg sharing about the hockey and mentions a new player on the team who she has met friends with. Riley was being controlled by the emotion anger, hurriedly ends the video call with Meg, which Riley's impulsive behavior indicated a negative face because of her will to do what she intends to do without caring for Meg's feeling.
You gotta fix this. Get up there. Sadness. It's up to you. Me? Sadness? Sadness? I can't, Joy. Yes, you can. Riley needs you. Wait, stop! I wanna get off!
Joy, who always in command of Riley's emotion, requests Sadness to be the one in command to rectify the mistake made by Riley. In addition, for her to recover her sense and return to thinking reasonably over her action of running away, this indicated positive face as Riley makes a decision that will be approved by the society, in this context, her parents, once she realized her mistake to return back home. Sadness induced Riley to regain control of herself and make an excuse to the bus driver to stop the bus and run back home.
I know you don't want me to, but I miss home. I miss Minnesota. You need me to be happy, but I want my old friends and my hockey team. I want to go home. Please don't be mad. Oh, sweetie.
We're not mad.
Riley, who was under the influence of sadness, cannot suppress her emotions anymore and break down in tears. Riley's emotional outburst, freedom of venting out her opinion regarding the move to her parents, indicated a negative face. The character Riley employs positive face under the influence of her emotion joy when she wants and desires to be approved and liked by the people around her, mostly her parents. Riley employs negative face when she wants to be independent by having a freedom of actions, freedom of imposition, and free herself from the expectation of others under the influence and control of the emotions anger and sadness. Briefly, Riley's emotion in the movie being used as to illustrate the thoughts and expression of humans. At first, Riley's emotion joy tried to make Riley only feel and express happiness, However, she realized that all of the emotions need to be together and help Riley in deciding her emotions because they are a team, in which display how sadness and joy emotions could blend together to signify those negative emotions are needed equally as much as positive emotion to properly express oneself. This is because it is a human nature to express oneself accurately by employing all the basic emotions, be it an unpleasant or enjoyable one. Although humans face and emotions can be masked, it is necessary to be expressed instead of being suppressed. It can be concluded that Riley, under the influence of joy, used a positive way when she wants and desired to be accepted and liked by those people around her, primarily her parents. This is by accepting a request or order and making excuses or suggestions. Meanwhile, Riley, who is driven by anger and sadness, has a negative expression when she aspires to be self-sufficient by having freedom of action, freedom from impositions, and liberation from other people's expectations. Knowing how to define and explain emotions allow us to gain a better understanding of ourselves and our reactions. It is a crucial aspect of the ability to reflect. Understanding our emotions allow us to begin to comprehend the emotional state of others, which is critical to our capacity for empathy and understanding, all of which are necessary components of effective interaction, said by Aiman 1992. Suggestion to language users. English language users should pay close attention to their words and make use of politeness theory whenever possible to keep the communications run well. For future researchers, the next researcher should analyze the politeness in intercultural communication to study the similarities and differences of politeness in two or more cultures. I will end my presentation with the quotes from George Billings. One of the greatest victories you can gain over someone is to beat him at politeness. That's all from me. Thank you.